Hello, Annie, Cecilia, and Sohelia. And Happy New Year! This is the second day for the Chinese New Year, so this is my tiny kitchen. So I will show you how to cook dumplings today in my kitchen. And since there are a lot of ways to cook dumplings, so it might be different as the way you search from YouTube. But this will be the way I think the best way to cook the dumplings we just bought. So first of all, you have to have your pot and have your water fully boiled. So it should be boiling water in the pan. You can have this kind of pan, you can have a deeper pot. It depends on how many dumplings you would like to cook. This is better because you have a wider pan, you can have dumpling only one layer. This you might have multiple layers, then it can be complicated to make dumpling. So first of all, have your water boiled, like this. And second thing, you take your dumplings. Do not take dumplings out from fridge until you start to cook it, because it's better before you cook it, it's keep frozen. So, come closer, show you. So you take your dumplings, take it gently, you put in the water, so don't throw it in the water because it's very fragile when it's frozen. So keep it gently into the water. And I used to cook 8 to 10 dumplings per person for the dinner, so it depends on how much we want to eat. I think 8 will be pretty good. And the thing that when you look at the water, you realize don't put too much water. And also, after you put in dumpling in the water, stir the pan gently, because otherwise the dumpling might stick on the pan, which is not very nice. So you keep putting dumplings, and the thing that keep the dumplings only one layer, so don't put dumplings on top, because you see the water will be perfect if you only cover the dumpling. So do not put too much dumplings into pan. If you want to cook for the whole family, then prepare more pans as I'm doing now. So this is the roughly good amount of dumpling, and after that you just keep stirring the dumplings gently to make sure that the dumpling will not stick on the pan. That will be the key thing. So you keep stirring a little bit, and after a while it will be in good shape, so you can leave it like that. You don't need to worry anymore. And after this, the thing you will wait that you should make sure that the water is covering all your dumplings. If it's not the case, you move the dumpling a little bit more. And then you wait. You wait the water boiling again. That's the techniques. The thing that when we cook dumplings, we want the dumpling to be cooked in the water gently. So if the dumpling this type of water, then the dumpling they will hit each other and they might be broken. So you keep the dumpling in hot water but gentle. And I will show you later what we should do when the water boils again. So wait a little. So I will prepare some other dumplings for this pan. So it might take around 6 minutes to 7 minutes to really have the water boiling again, because you see at the beginning the water is fully boiled. Once you put in dumpling, the water temperature goes down, and the thing you wait is boiling again. So that's why I used to told my friend that when you cook dumplings, do not put too many water in the pan, because if you put too many water in the pan, it will take longer to reboil it again. But if you put too little water in the pan, you won't cover dumplings. That's not good. So just have the pan and cover the dumplings. That is perfect. And later on, when you want to see if the dumplings is cooked or not, the simple technique is the same as when you cook pasta. Actually, once the dumpling floating on the water, start to float on the water, then it means the dumpling is ready to serve. So I will show you how the dumpling with from the bottom floating to the top later on. And also I will prepare some dish for my breakfast as well. And as you can see that water start to boiling. And the key techniques I will show you right after. And also sometimes it depends on the quality of dumpling. So the dumpling might be broken. So if not confident about the shape, you can add a little bit salt. Actually, if you add a little bit salt, it can easier to keep the dumpling in shape. But the problem that some people, they like to drink the soup after boiling the dumpling. So in that case, probably you don't want to add too much salt. But in my case or in your case, probably you won't like to drink the water after. So you can add some salt, and you can add the salt from the beginning. So you don't need to wait until now. So it's just something I want to show you. I don't do this normally. So. It might take a while, so during this time you can do anything you want, prepare your dinner, the other side dish, and keep your eye on the dumplings and keep the pan open, so don't have a lid covered. Some people do this, but I don't think it's suitable for the frozen dumplings and this type of dumplings. So you keep the pan open and put your lid away and just wait. You see for this part, I already have the water kind of start boiling. So the thing, as I said before, you keep the water, keep dumpling cooked gently, which means when the water starts boiling, you can see the dumplings start to move and they will crash each other. So that's very easy to break dumplings, which you don't want. You want to keep dumpling shape. So in that case, add a glass of cold water. So you see, then the temperature go down again. So the technique is that you keep the dumpling cooked in the water which is hot enough, but it's not boiled. So it's gently stay in the water, and you can see dumplings start to floating right now. So some techniques, some people told that if you have enough amount of water, you put dumpling once it's boiled, you add a glass of water, make it under the boiling point. And then once it's boiling again, it means it's ready. But that's not always true. It depends on how big the dumpling is. But usually it's the case. You need to add twice or only once water, depends on the size of dumplings. So the dumplings we just bought, it's a little bit, you see the dough, it's pretty thick, so it will take a little longer time to cook dumplings. So, and you see clearly. And also, when you cook it, once a while, you need to move the dumpling gently. You see now the dumpling already stick on the pan. So move the dumpling gently to make sure that they are separate from the bottom of the pan. So now you see the dumplings start to floating. They are not at the bottom at the mouth. They floating on top, which is a very good sign. Which means your dumpling is pretty ready, and it's especially the inside is almost ready. So if you look at the dumpling, if you touch it, you probably will feel that the inside and the dough, they are separate. Once they fully separate, it means it's really ready to serve. So you see the water start boiling, and then go find a cup of water. It can be 1 glass water or 2 glass water, depending on how big your pan is, how much water you have already add. The key thing is to keep in mind that you keep this gently cooked. So for this case, I think this amount of water will be fair enough. Otherwise, it will be too much. It will split out. So wait a little bit and be patient then. So once you see the dumplings boiled again, it's probably ready to serve. At least this dumpling, the other dumplings, it's very easy to ready to serve. So if you compare different dumplings, you see these dumplings, it have very thin dough. I forgot what to call it. And this one have a thicker one. This is what we bought, and this is the things I bought from another place. But the flavor is better for this one, which we bought. But this one you need to take longer to cook. So in this case, this one's still cooking, but the other one is already boiled second time. And when I check it, it's separate. When I touch it, I really feel like everything is cooked. It's same as you cook pasta. Do not overcook pasta. It's always like the same thing when you cook dumplings. So that one's ready. So you should take a plate. You take out your dumplings. Be careful. Be gentle. And you want to take out the water as well. So put it on the plate gently. Gently. And after this, you're ready to go. The dumplings has its own flavor. They already add some salt inside, so you don't need to use additional salts if you don't want to. But of course, any sauce you like, you can eat with them. So you see the boiling again, and I'd like to add another round of the water for this dumpling, because if you look at the dough, some part is still hard, which means it's not fully cooked. So you need to feel it. I think at this point, after it's floating, everything about how you cook pasta, how you make sure that the dough itself is cooked but not overcooked, so it still have the texture when you bite it. So far so good, everything. And once it's boiled again, I think you can ready to serve. And also at the meantime, I will show you another way to cook dumplings.